Ontario. We were going to meet in Winnipeg. We had an Airbnb. It was going to be a very free to me weekend, right? So I didn't know what these arrangements were. I got to Kamloops. I got a ride to Calgary. And then all of a sudden, I met up with Owen and Nick. And that was my ride to Winnipeg. And I was like, why didn't you tell me this was the case?
Right.
And now all of a sudden, both of those two are doing lives, doing videos, doing pictures of this convoy. And I'm in all of it. I'm in the background. You hear my voice. You can see me. So now Pat
Do you
thinks
think Owen was a little bit possessive of you? I know that's very like out of left field, but was there like, did you ever feel that?
no. I think he thinks he's a boss when he doesn't know how to be a boss. And then when he's surrounded by people, he kind of caves down, very beta-like. So like I intimidate a lot of people in the presence. In like, but when we got to Winnipeg, he latched onto the Pumas just the same.
What? Sorry, what are the Pumas? I don't know what that is.
It's a bunch of fierce females. We're like sophisticated mamas, not quite cougars. We're just, mamas. We're Pumas.
Okay, gotcha.
And so we're in this Airbnb, and all of a sudden, there's issues with Nick, Owen, and Adrian. And then all of a sudden, go to the camp and I talk to George, and I'm like, what is going on here? And now he is thinking suspicious of me because Owen is around. And they're all trying to figure out if he really is this person that's being perceived. And doing the things that is said that he's been doing. I don't know. I don't know the answers to these.
Yeah.
But in Pat's mind, I was guilty by association, on top of what he already thought that I was, stolen valor and a Fed or something. But like he got to see a real side of me yesterday that I finally got to show to say, hey, I'm just an average person. I just happen to be this type of person to be in his kind of energy. And it is different. A lot of people don't know what to do with me. It was a time that we were going to this place. And of course, you're going to see me in this place, I just hate that he thought ill of me because of
your company.
Because of my company.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know that the whole reason had nothing to do with those guys.
Yeah.
The whole reason was just transportation to get me to Winnipeg so I could see my girls. Like
the timing is everything, right? The fact that he came up, like that was beautiful how it happened, and like he's in a better place, you're in a better place.
Absolutely, and it had to be time. I had to just take
But you're also bringing up another good point. You don't give a shit what people think about you if you don't respect them. But if you respect them and they think negative of you, of course that's gonna affect anybody. But if you don't respect them, you know what? Have a day, man. Have a day. Say whatever you gotta say. Think whatever you gotta fucking think. I don't give a shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you respect him and you cared about him. Yeah.
And it's true because I watched. He had a very terrible circle around him of corrupt, narcissistic, egotistical cunts. And the ones that were truly close to convoy people knew it. But you can't tell a guy, hey, you got crazy bitches around you that are moderating your reality. I can't get a word in edgewise. Those are the same cunts that were telling him that I'm a bad person. Same fucking cunts that were trying to throw me under the bus because they got with Owen or they tried to get with Owen. I don't know. But when that happens, they go to the other person, try to see if they would have their back. They look for those other alpha men. Well, I'm a fucking alpha woman and I have a really hard time with beta people trying to be alpha.
Right?
So I'm going to call it out. I'm going to say
You earned that shit, man. You earned that.
Yeah. So like he didn't realize that, I've been in my car for 3 years since. That convoy has affected me in so many ways, negative and positively, that the journey has been a roller coaster. So like for the most part, I've been just trying to focus on on myself and focus on how to get me out of where I was at. And a couple months ago, I was in rough shape. The days coming up to Christmas were crushing me. The reality that my car is really cold, I don't have money for gas, let alone a present for my son. He's about to turn 14. And he hasn't talked to me in 3 years since Convoy, thinking that I'm a terrorist, thinking that I'm one of those people, blah, blah, blah. Now, I struggled not having a mom. I've had struggles not having a dad. I've struggled not having family. I struggle more not having my children. Now, you put that all together and you add a little bit of homelessness and a couple cents, you've got depression all wrapped up into suicidal ideations. And that's a really deep, dark hole to come out. And I've done this a couple times where I feel like maybe my children are better off without me. I have considered the reality that if my parents don't like me this much, maybe I am not a good person. But I've conceded to my life. I've dedicated to not lie, steal, or cheat. I've dedicated myself to be as much as a good person as I can. And
Well, you're being who you didn't have, and that's the thing. That's why, you'll always hear me say that to people: be who you didn't have. Because
I want to be the good mom I don't have, and I want to find the man that's not my father. I want to be that person for my children. That would.
Do you think that you were like attracted to people that were like your father?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's very normal. That's actually normal, and I want you to know that is actually very common.
In my young adult years, my 20s, into my 20s to my early 30s. Okay, my early 20s, because I had my sons at 25, 26. So in those first 5 years as a young adult, my father was still kind of in my life to the point where I was still trying really hard to make him proud. I wanted really hard to be that lieutenant like he was. And I wanted that rank. So I jumped through the ranks pretty quick, did my basic, my JOLC, my lieutenant quals. With the hopes that there's going to be a day I'm going to have a celebration and he's going to be there. I'm going to be given this next rank and he's going to shake my hand like a man.
He'll finally accept you, right?
Yeah. And I've always sought that out. Now, when I became a mom, things became different. I wasn't military no more. I'm still a nurse, and I thought that he would be proud of me because he never wanted me to be a mechanic. And so then there was some pride when I was 22 that I became a nurse. And I had no aspirations anymore to be a mechanic. I've always wanted to be. I became somebody of my own self and realized that I don't need him for that affirmation. But it is hard knowing that my children's father has turned out like him and that maybe I did find somebody as vindictive, as cunty, as ridiculously not cool as him. He's been vindictive my last 15 years of my children. He's been unkind. He's been vindictive to the point where he's put my children to a vindictive state. And to find out that he wrote, I've never seen it. I've never read it. It was mentioned in court that there's also an affidavit or something in regards to my father has given his support to him. To only find out that the last couple of years that he may not be my father after all. So it's a role.
There it is. That's why he treated you like fucking shit. Wow.
So
what you have to go through.
Roller coaster of safety security issues. I have seen these red flags. I want that big ass biker that's gonna protect me forever. Oh, I have been through that. No, not the solution.
Right? I used to want that too. No joke, eh? I used to want that too. And I'm like, no. And I'm like, no, he's going to end up getting me in more fucking trouble.
Right?
It's facts. So
Actually,
that is not the solution.
It's not. Don't do it.
I know.
You know what though? My boyfriend is
so good.
who also rides a bike.
It looks so tasty.
Until they're not.
I don't want it. I want it. I don't want it.
And you're looking Big Bertha in the eye, being like, how the fuck did I get here? Oh, yeah, bad decisions.
Right.
Bertha, don't hurt me.
Totally seemed like a good idea at the time.
Right?
It was just one night, and now I'm 6 weeks pregnant.
Oh, fuck.
What time is it? 10:19. Yep, I could still play it. Yeah, I'm about 6 weeks pregnant. I got pregnant on Valentine's.
It's not mine.
It's not yours.
Don't even try.
You loved it.
I know it was one time, Shorty.
One time.
One time. You're not getting me for child support for this one, girl. Mm-mm. Nope.
Nice.
I know what's up your sleeve.
Well, that's fine. Road King already said that he'll claim it. Especially if it's a boy.
Thank God for Road King.
And I'm gonna love being pregnant again. I really hope it's a girl. But Road King wants a boy. So, there's a high possibility it'll come out like a penis. I've already put out 2 penises. Okay, Sarah, come up.
You've already produced 2 boys.
I've already got 2 boys. The odds are it's coming out with a penis.
Probably.
But I really want a girl. So, it's gonna be Emily Rose.
What's up, you? I'm cold, so I'm throwing on my favorite sweatshirt.
I love it. It looks cozy.
Right?
Am I allowed to show this on live?
I don't know. What are you showing, girl?
It's the hoodie that my mom got me.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
I mean, if your mom got it for you, it should be pretty mild.
Maine?
Maine.
Harbor Bar, Maine?
I just wanted to ask because I do know.
Does it rain in Maine?
As far as I know, it rains a lot there.
Yeah, that's my understanding. It's a port like mine. It rains a lot.
Anyway, ladies.
Asking because I don't want to get.
I only sire boy people.
Whoa,
okay. Well, he's all yours, Road King.
I'm gonna hop off. I gotta get my ass into work. Have a good day, ladies.
Don't work too hard. Work smart, not hard, girl.
I was gonna say the same fucking thing.
Oh, dearie.
Ay, caramba.
Oh, I haven't heard that in eons.
I like saying it because I don't want to say a swear word. Oh,
Andrea.
frick.
Frick. Hey, Brian! Hey, Uncle Bri. How are you?
Ow. My military, since both of my parents have been in it, my mother and my father, no offense, I don't want to be in the I don't want to be a military brat. No,
But you're your own person.
No, because since I've been on TikTok, everybody thinks I'm a military brat.
Well, because you are a military brat.
Well, true.
So, there's that. I'm just saying, you're gonna have to. The reality is embrace it. that is who you were. That's not who you are.
Thank you.
Right?
Yes.
Exactly. So be what you want to be. If that's not what, like, it isn't you. If you want to be a freaking astronaut and
I'll
be
be
a
a shout out
kid,
to my parents.
do you have any aspirations of going into the military because of it?
No.
So
I
then,
know how the career manager treats my dad.
okay, so what do you want to do in the civilian world then?
Civilian, I still want to do the job that I was doing before.
Which is what? How would I
I
know
went to
this?
Summer Street and I did what the teachers taught us. And it's like a facility for like special needs people.
Okay. Yeah.
I was there and I really liked it. So I really wanted to go back. But I'm still waiting on a fucking posting message from his career manager. But no, some guy from Trenton gets to come up and boots my dad out of the base.
Yeah, but like taking on your parents' stuff is not you. You need to focus on what your aspirations are, what your goals are. That's going to make you into the individual that you need to be. So what is it? Is there a trade that you would like to do?
Work at a daycare?
ECE, the early childhood education system is a great process. If you have to go to a local college to do some upgrading, it's a great way to transition into it. It will actually test that theory if it is right for you.
There's a college not even far from my
So you go walk into the college, ask for a counselor, sit down, have a conversation with them, and make a plan.
I have to wait until September though.
No, you could do it today. I'm telling you.
Oh, absolutely, you can.
You can go today and start making a plan. Any day, well, not the weekends, of course, but a weekday, like today. Today's a great day.
Well, I can't because I need a driver to drive me, and the only parent that's home right now is my dad.
Do you have
Well,
a computer? Do you have access to the internet?
I do, but I don't have
You have a phone. Yes,
you're on a phone.
Don't even make excuses up in this joint, Sarah. It ain't gonna fly with either of us.
hey, Sarah, you're a military brat. I'm gonna tell you how it is. The best thing about the military that's taught me is like map and compass. The reality that you need to know your surroundings. You need to do a reconnaissance of what you can do, what your transportation is. You need to do a reconnaissance of your blocks. Now, if you've lived there for a long time, you probably know a lot. No, but you need to keep expanding that every day. Reconnaissance a little bigger, a little stronger, a little faster, a little harder. Now, when in that reconnaissance, in your neighborhood, within 15 minutes, so to speak, not to get into that topic, but within that period, in that space, you need to find out what resources are at your disposal with your own 2 goddamn feet. You're gonna get up, you're gonna go take a walk, and you're gonna Google certain things that are on Google Maps to show you where places you can go. You can go to a library. The library always has cool stuff. You could even go to City Hall, City Council. You could go to the courthouse. You could learn lots of things in different places that are within walking distance. Now, every area has a transit system. So believe me, you can find some change. You could jump on a bus, get a transfer, get off that bus, check out the area, get back on the bus and go home. All within the same $2. So you need to reconnaissance what's in your area. And if you're a military person, if you're a military brat, you can do this. I know it's not you in the military, but you've been around it enough to you know what I'm saying. I know this is getting in your head, and it's not any kind of disability that's telling you otherwise. You know you could do this. You know you could do this task. You know you could do this mission.
She tried, Shorty. She tried.
It's my best pep talk, okay? God.
It's good.
And people think I'm bad when I'm like, I'll come through the screen and fucking slap you. No. She's good at it. Like, and try it with her, man.
It's glued right in the front of my noggin. Glued
Just
there.
do it. Just be like Nike and just do it.
Well, I need my parents' permission.
Well, then get it.
I can't.
You gotta just do it, my dear. You have to be like, you need to be transparent with them. You need to have a conversation like, I need to be more independent, and I think this is what I need to do for myself. And then maybe they'll give you some good advice of, hey, it's all good, Sarah. Love you. Maybe they'll give you good advice of what they can help you out with. Because the best thing about the military is not what you know, it's who you know.
I know half the people.
That's what I mean. You've got a shoe-in anywhere. You just got to push the right motivation to a direction.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
And if you don't do it, you're going to be in this state for a very long time.
Or province.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I just mean you're going to be in this state of mind. You're going to be in this reality, and you're not going to be able to get out of this bubble. And you will listen to everything else that's out there, because if we're here, we're not out there.
But not. Yeah.
So it's your choice, your decisions.
Since I'm on. No. Bag, it's cold. What's this blanket at? Oh, wait a minute.
I'm going back to music.
That bitch. I had to grab my blanket because it's cold.
Personal problem. Personal problems.
I ain't trying to hurt your feelings. You should be a little thicker. That's the problem. Being honest, got them triggered. The kids are getting bigger because they're sheltered by society. You can spice Ativan for seasonal anxiety. Wokeness has become a way to bully non-violently and cancel everyone without improving on the life we lead. Without the white, there's no black. Without the straight, there's no gay. Without the men, there's no women. Without the night, there's no day. Without the idiots who couldn't laugh at them when they fall. So maybe we need them after all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Ain't nobody dumber than y'all. Guess you gotta be wrong. We don't have the guts of the ball. Dum, 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 dum.